And then they did ask me to stay for round 3. But they didn't tell me like what I was gonna be doing. Then they went through the rest of the people that were still there. And they did split the guys and girls for round 2 as well. So they kind of had their own audition going on, and then the girls were on the other side of the studio. But my friend that I came up with did not get called back to round 3. And because we did drive up together, she did have to wait for me, which was awesome. I was so thankful that she was okay to do that. I think that she was a little bit bummed that she didn't get called back, just because you don't know, once you're in round 2, you don't know if they're sending you home for good, or if they're sending you home because they don't need to see anything else and they already want to hire you. So it took a long time to get to round 3, just because they had the rest of the applicants going through. So that was kind of hard. I remember I called my mom and I was so excited, but then I didn't want to act too excited because I felt bad that my friend wasn't going on. And then as each group would come out, they would call the people up to them to talk that they wanted to keep. So we kind of were forming a little group and talking and being like, I don't know what they're gonna have us do, but this is really cool. So finally they got through all of round 2, and I want to say they sent like half the people home in round 1, and then probably half of that in round 2. So there were not a lot of people there for round 3. And as we kind of got started, it became apparent that some of the people they kept for round 3 were going through to kind of the face characters, kind of just read lines, I think is something they did. They measure you again, they measure like more than just your height, but your actual body. But they kind of split them off, and then they brought more of the dancers to come and do this special audition, which is where I was. And we walked in there, and we don't really know. It's been a really long day, so we're tired. We don't know what they're gonna have us do, and they're like, well, should we tell them what we're considering them for, or should we just kind of let them go? And then we did hear them mention that it was for kind of the parades or the shows, so the dancers and that. And for me, that was so exciting. I was just thrilled to have the experience, and I didn't really care if I got in or not, of course, like I wanted to, but just making it that far was a big deal for me. So they brought us in, and they, like, professional was on. It was so different than the other 2 rounds. The choreographer came up and explained to us, like, we're going to teach this fast, it's going to be technical, we're not going to give you a lot of details, so you just need to be observant and watch and catch on as fast as you can. And so we'd already been there for like 4 or 5 hours, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I can't do this, my brain is dead. But then they turned on the music, and it was to La La Land, and so I was like, okay, this is fun, like I can pull it out for one more dance. So they did teach us a dance. It was pretty short, but it was a lot more technical, and they taught it really quickly. So you had to catch on super fast. I want to say that there were probably 10 of us in the dance audition, and that was with boys and girls. I think there were 4 boys and 6 girls. So once we had learned that, they brought out a camera, and they had us do the Moana dance and this new dance that we had learned, and they recorded it. And when they recorded it, they did it twice, just so that if something happened, they could have more footage of you. I know for me, in one of my videos, I missed a step, so I kind of messed up, but then they had the other video, so I wasn't too worried about it. But they did end up sending about 4 people away pretty early. I think it was before they filmed. They just kind of sent them away, and they're like, thank you for coming, but your dance skills aren't quite what we're looking for. So that was kind of sad. So our group kind of got smaller, and it was very competitive. And Disney competitive you're all like so nice and trying to give this great impression, but you can kind of tell that like, oh, she's really good, I gotta be better than that, or oh, he's really good, I need to perform better than that. So it kind of pushes you. It's more of a friendly competition. So after that, it had probably been a 6 to 8 hour day. So tired, so sweaty. They didn't turn on the air conditioning, and they said that it was because Florida is very humid. So I was mentally exhausted, physically exhausted. I just wanted to go home and take a nap, take a shower. My cute friend had been waiting out in the hall for me, so they kind of talked to us for a minute and told us how awesome it was that we had made it that far, and that they were considering us for these professional dance roles, and that they don't take a lot of people, so it wasn't like a bad thing if we didn't get in. So I was just, like I said before, I was just so excited that I got that opportunity. I've been to auditions before where I've gotten cut right at the very beginning, and it's kind of discouraging. So it was so cool to be able to go through the entire audition experience. So from there, they told us that it would be, I think it was 4 to 6 weeks until we would hear if we got a role or not. And I was so nervous about it. As time went on, I was like, oh, I really, really, really want this. This has kind of been my dream to perform at Disney my whole life. So I was really hoping I would get in. Unfortunately, I did not get in for this program, but my friend that only made it through the second round, she did get hired as a costumed character. And she is, I want to say like 4'9", so she's like right in that perfect range for those characters. And I feel like I'm on the taller side of things, so it does make it more difficult. But overall, still an amazing, amazing experience. Even if you're not super into the entertainment side of things, I would recommend going just to see what it's like, just to say that you've done it before. I am going to be working as an attractions cast member, which is awesome. I'm so excited, so I'll get to help out with some of the rides. I know they said that we would help with park entry or parade control or stuff like that, but just the opportunity to go in itself is amazing. And of course you learn so much from those auditions. I know for me, every time I go to an audition, I feel like I'm so prepared, and then I get there and I was like, wow, I had so much to learn, and then you can take that and use it again later on in your life. But that is all I have about the audition experience. One more thing is just, they are so nice. The judges and the people there, they're all on your side. They want you to do your best. They're all rooting for you. They want to help you. They want to see you at your best, and it is such a good environment. Super positive, super uplifting. Everybody's supportive. So it was an amazing, amazing experience, and I would not trade that for the world. So that's it for today, but stay tuned and I should be posting some more videos a little bit later on. Bye!